Serge Grudzinski, hello.
Hello.
I've heard about Manager Max. Who exactly is that?
Manager Max, it's me.
It's you. Then what do you do?
I make companies laugh about their serious subjects. I'm a little bit of a hybrid, you see. On one hand, I'm a very serious man. I was an engineer and then a strategy consultant, and I'm a specialist of dynamics of corporations. For 30 years, I've studied people and strategic evolution, organizational changes, HR problems, client relationships, and all these things. This is quite traditional. And on the other hand, I am a showman. I make people laugh. I produce shows in Paris. And 20 years ago, I decided to combine this expertise and this talent in the intent to bring motivation to people. And what I do, I study the dynamics of the corporations, and I address the key topics with a comedy show experience.
And why laughter?
Because laughter and humor, as you know, have multitude of effects. But beware, there is humor and there is humor. There is laughter and there is laughter. And the laughter I have developed for 20 years, I call it irresistible collective laughter. Why irresistible? Because I make people laugh very much, you see. They can't stop laughing. They're brought out to tears, you see. And collective, because it's not laughter which does harm. It's never malicious, never offensive, nor exclusive, you see. It does good to people, it gives them happiness, and it brings people together.
If the old comes to the young and says, well, young, sorry, we have a little emergency. Would you mind if you have to stay a couple of hours more tonight? What? What's the story, man? I've got to go to the movies with my buddies. Yes, but you know, exceptional. Sorry, no exception. You see, I have my private life. You have your private life. What does it mean, private life?
And so this irresistible collective laughter creates great happiness to the people, which gives a big motivation to the enterprise.
Yes, and how can this leave an impact on companies?
Irresistible collective laughter has many impacts on companies. The first one is to help people change mindset. In the companies, you always have to improve profit, improve efficiency. So you have to improve the behaviors, professional behaviors. You have to improve the relationships between the people, between the team, between the services, between the departments, all the time. How do you do this? How do you improve? You see, all these things. You can do very serious speeches, interesting, but very serious. So sometimes it may be tedious and it can bring to unmotivation. Or what I do, I show the impacts of inefficiency in the behaviors, in the relationships.
At the maison, said, oh, I can't fulfill what you asked me. What you asked me is interesting. For the other maisons. For the other maisons, yeah, great. Yeah, great. Congratulations. I said, for me, no. No. My maison, we are too different.
So I hit the minds, and also I do it so that people laugh. Okay, so it hits their minds more deeply, and also it creates this happiness. You see, so the combination of awareness, knowledge, and happiness, you see, creates a very strong active motivation to change one's mindsets.
Okay, changed mindsets. Are there any other effects of laughter?
Another effect of irresistible collective laughter is what I call de-dramatization. It is playing down challenging situations. Both in individual and professional life, people constantly encounter struggles. They are afraid of change, they are afraid not to be able to face the next challenges, to fulfill the future objectives, you see, and they're afraid. But this negative feeling, you see, is not rational. So what I do, you see, I play the situations. I pull, you see, all the worries and all the sorrow which they have, and I address it with this irresistible collective laughter, and I create a true and positive emotion which overpowers these negative feelings.
Decreasing bonus. That's an interesting concept. You work, you perform, you overperform, and when you come to get your bonus, Excuse me, is it my bonus? Or the interest of my bonus?
And so people feel okay, they feel happy, you see, and they're motivated again towards the future. A special example of this de-dramatization is when people have low morale. When they have low morale, I play all this, I show, you see, all these situations.
A few months ago, morale was not that good. Huh? No. So that's what the people engagement survey showed. Huh? It showed, by the way, it showed many different opinions, you see, but many were not positive. You see, were not positive. That's why I'm here, maybe. Huh? Just a few examples of the answers, you see, why the top management worried a bit. Answers to the question, what do you like best about working here? An answer, nothing.
And at the end they tell me, well, it's marvelous to laugh at what makes us suffer so much. When we laugh, it's all put behind us.
Changing mindsets and playing down challenging situations. Are there any more effects?
Another effect of irresistible collective laughter is employee recognition. In the companies, you have many teams, many people doing all kinds of various jobs. And these jobs all have their strengths, their stakes, their features, their difficulties. But most often, people are not reminded of this. Consequently, they can not be aware of the worth they bring to the company. And so they risk to become unmotivated. During my presentations, I describe all professions and skills present in the audience. And when I show the complexity what they live, the difficulty which they live, the strength which they deploy, you see, they remember the value which they bring amongst each other. You see, and it gives value to any of them and to all of them, and I bring a motivation to the whole company. This feeling of acknowledgement is also quite important for teamwork. Very often, you see, the various teams of various professions do not work well together because they don't know each other. They do not understand each other.
And of course, the supports. Because there are supports, yes. The others couldn't work without the support. It would be ridiculous. You have, for example, IT. Would you imagine an auditor without computers? He would tick again. Okay? I would love it, may I? No, because there's IT. Who gives you a computer? You can't tick anymore. Okay? How would you do if you did not, if there was not finance and administration, you had no salary? No salary, it's not that bad. It's no bonus. Fortunately, they're here, okay? And human resource, they staff you. And some they would like to hide in the hall. No, staffed. They discovered me.
When I play all the professions, you see, with their difficulties, their stakes, their strength, their challenges, they suddenly discover, you see, each other profession. And so it launches the basis of a better cooperation. And when I do it in a very happy moment with this irresistible collective laughter, it brings motivation to work together. So people understand better the other's profession and they feel like working together. And another effect of irresistible collective laughter is pure enthusiasm. Laughter is happiness. Laughter is enthusiasm, which creates a very strong energy, you see. And this wave of energy, which goes over all the individuals, create a strong wind of motivation that brings the enterprise towards progress.
But laughter is culture specific. It can't work in every country.
Well, in fact, what I do with my irresistible collective laughter is universal. I started in France, and very quickly I was asked to do it in international assemblies, you see, all over Europe, and then in America, North America sometimes, South America, and then in North Africa, for example, even in Saudi Arabia, with some Chinese population sometimes. And I discovered that this irresistible collective laughter, this mirror effect of professional situations, is universal. Why? Because the people have the same strategic organizational HR issues, you see, all over the world in the corporations. And this is what I address. So it happens to be universal.
The CEO is sneaky, he's tricky. He can come when he has a monkey. Is it a problem? Is this somebody? Oh, the HRD, come on. So if you're too much around as a business partner, you're around. Little by little, you're going to come with monkeys all over the place. You're going to be a gorilla. Okay? A gorilla. No. You say, no. There are monkeys I take. I have my monkeys. It's, you know, I'm not going to take all your monkeys. But I thought you were my partner. Yes, but on the HR standpoint. Okay, I'm not a zookeeper. Okay?
And what do you talk about during your presentations?
During my presentations, there are two cases. I can address a general topic of corporate development, because in 30 years of analyzing all kinds of corporations, you see, in their dynamics, I have become a specialist, of course, of the key topics. And I can present about best practices in management, managing an organizational change, optimizing customer satisfaction, or promoting leadership among your managers, for example, you see. And what I can also do is a specific approach. What I do with my team of consultants, we analyze the dynamics of the corporations, how people live the evolution. You see, evolution of strategy, of organization, of HR, all kinds of evolution. And I address the key issues or the key facts of this evolution with irresistible collective laughter in order to solve some HR issues or to increase motivation.
What would your final words be to convince a CEO to give you a call?
I say to my CEO clients, today, can you afford not to optimize the power of your teams? And this power lies in the minds and in the hearts of all the individuals. And the greatest way to harness this power is with irresistible collective laughter. And also, the team will be very thankful to the CEO or to the manager to give them such a wonderful moment of happiness and of collective intelligence and of truth.
Thank you, Manager Max.
Thank you.